In Louisiana, there are 4 different ways that you can post bond. What a bond is, it's a surrendering of some type of property or assurance that would allow someone to be released from jail and go to court while their case is pending. The easiest way to make a bond is by posting a cash bond. Someone is arrested, the judge looks at the seriousness of the charge, looks at their criminal history, and then says, I'm going to set a bond in the amount of $10,000. Well, if the person or someone on their behalf wants to pay that, they can take $10,000, go deposit it with the sheriff, and then the person will be released. So long as the person comes to court, when the case is over, regardless of the outcome of the case, the person or his family will get the $10,000 back. Now, if they do not appear in court, then they will forfeit the $10,000. The second type of way to get someone out of jail is with a property bond. And so this is where someone pledges homes or land as collateral for the bond. Now, the property has to be located in Louisiana because the court has to have jurisdiction over the land. And you can stack up multiple pieces of property to satisfy the bond, but this is how it works. You look at what you pay in property taxes, you look at your assessed value. You take from that assessed value, you subtract any liens. Generally, that's a mortgage or a second mortgage. And then that difference is what is available to post a bond. Again, you can stack up multiple pieces of property if you need to. It only costs a couple of $100 to file a lien in the court record and a couple $100 to remove it. So it's pretty cheap, and as long as you think the person is going to show up for court, you really don't have anything to worry about. The third type, and it's probably the most desired, is a sign-out bond. This is a release on your own recognizance or a release from a personal surety, someone who says, I will make sure they go to court. This is basically the honor system. As long as the person goes to court, no one really has to pay any money other than like a $30 or $40 processing fee with the sheriff's office. But if someone doesn't show up to court, then whoever is the surety, whether it's the defendant himself or his mom or his dad or his wife, will then be personally obligated for the entire bail amount and then can have liens placed on their property, wages garnished, what have you. That is not reserved for every type of bond. It's generally for nonviolent crimes or misdemeanors and generally reserved for first offenders. Now, the most common bond is the commercial bond. That is where you go and actually pay a bail bondsman to post a bond for you. What you do, the state law of Louisiana says you have to pay 12% to a commercial bail bondsman. They can't charge 14%, they can't charge 10%. It's 12%. 2% goes to the bail bondsman. The other 10% goes to execute an insurance contract with the sheriff that posts your bond. As long as you appear in court, you don't owe any other money. If you do not appear, then the court can move against the bail bond company's insurance underwriters for the full bond amount, and you have signed over documents that allow the bail bonds company to go after you to indemnify them for the loss in its entirety. Now, the downside is that when the case is over, you don't get any of your money back. But it is the most common way to get people out of jail because people do get arrested for serious crimes or are repeat offenders, and they tend not to have property or cash to satisfy large bond amounts. So the bail bondsman can work. Those are the 4 ways to post bond in Louisiana. Bail bondsmen work 24/7. Property bonds are done during normal court hours. Personal recognizance or cash bond can be done any time of the day.